Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. So today we've been asked by you, the viewers, to check out the stopping power, but more importantly, the armor penetration ability of the types of bullets that we use in our armor videos. So there's quite a lot of things we've got to think about. Bullet rifles is a really big area of study. So the first thing we're going to look at is the fact that there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of types of bullets. So we're just in Wikipedia here. We go to caliber, all the different calibers, at least the ones that are noted here in terms of inches, in terms of millimeters, in terms of length, in terms of use. Look at all these different ones you can see, probably hundreds. So we're not going to look at all them. Instead, we're going to look at a few what we call standardized size. In our DCS, realistically, 99% of us guys will have standardized rounds. We've standardized, these are the rounds that we're going to be using. Very unlikely, maybe a couple of us might use Magnum rounds, but otherwise, we're going to be using these. We've got this one here. There's a caliber in inches, 5.45 times 39 millimeters. It is the Russian family of low caliber high velocity, and you're going to find this in what, an AK-74, an AK-74SU, so on. Rough, let's just take this with a pinch of salt, but rough muzzle velocities in different guns, different barrel length and tightnesses will give you different muzzle velocities, about 2,400 to 2,900. Then we've got the 223, which is the 5.56 times 45 NATO round, roughly about that range of FPS there. Then we've got the high caliber, the 308, 7.62 times 5.1 millimeters standardized NATO. That's a big, heavy round and roughly about the same velocity, about 2.2700 to 2,800. Then we've got the equivalent Russian .311, 7.62 times 39 Soviet. It's going to be around that figure there in AK and AK variants. Feet per second. Then we've got handguns. We're usually going to be using either of two rounds, 0.355, 9 times 19 Parabellum. You're going to find that in your Glock and your Beretta and whatever. Depending on what you're using, or a submachine gun, you're going to get about that velocity, muzzle velocity. Here we've got a .45, 11.43 times 23 millimeters ACP round in our Colt 45s and even some submachine guns. That very low velocity there. And Big Mama, why not? We do use Barrett sometimes, so 0.5 cal, so BMG on a 12.7 times 99 with a velocity of 2.8. So at least in terms of kinetic energy, half m squared, the amount of energy that the bullet is carrying, although that there is the same muzzle velocity as that there, this is a much heavier round and will have many times more energy, many more times penetration and stopping power than that guy there, for instance. So that's something to bear in mind. Next is bullet type. There are several, well, lots of different bullet types. Bullet type will affect not necessarily the energy contained in it per se, but what it actually does when it hits the target. A lovely little example here of 270. We've got a hollow point there, we've got a full metal jacket there, we've got a soft nose there, and we've got a round nose there. Or for a fuller list down here in Wikipedia, lead, jacketed lead, solid, blanks, practice, polymer, less lethal, incendiary, exploding, tracer, armor piercing, non-toxic. All of these bullets are designed to do different things. So that's far too much for us to test. So instead what we're going to do is look at a standardized round. All of the rounds we've looked at today come in the standardized jacketed lead. So it's a lead core bullet of the bullet, and it's jacketed in, I think they're all going to be jacketed in copper. So that neutralizes this here. They're all going to be full metal copper jacketed. If we go back to our list, we can see everything is full metal jacket here. What we're going to do now is we're going to pop into armor. We're going to set up some obstruction like ballistic, anti-ballistic body armor on a character in armor, and we're going to shoot at him with these various rounds and see which go through the body armor, which don't. Welcome back. We're in Arma now. Now, Arma is a video game like DCS is a video game. It is technically a game, but is very highly modeled, and so it's actually more of a simulator. It simulates real life as best it can. So there are lots of factors in here. So the first thing is we're going to choose our first guns. A handgun, a Glock 17 for the 9x19. For the first rifle, we will choose an M16A4. We're going to do bullet types, just check everything. So the Glock, we're going to have 17 round full metal jackets, which is what we want. For the rifle, we're going to have, if I can find it, 5.56 30 round. Doesn't say FMJ, but it will be FMJ as a standard. So guys, let's do the test. Where are you, Welshie? Roger. Now what we tried going through body armor, as you can see with this unfortunate soul here. Now the problem is, some of the rounds didn't penetrate but still killed him, just by blunt force trauma. And so we couldn't really do a decent test because we couldn't really see what was going through and what wasn't, and what, you know, some of his wounds were purely by rounds just impacting on the body armor. So the best thing is to find something that's black or white. And we've got an armor, thickness of an armor. I don't know how thick this armor is. Does anyone know how thick the armor is on a Humvee door, guys?
Half an inch, I'd assume.
Right, so we think half an inch, but as ever, we stand to be corrected. With this, it either goes through or it doesn't. If it goes through, he gets hurt. If it doesn't go through, he doesn't get hurt. There's no blunt force trauma or something like that. I'm going to have to put you on the other side, Welshie. Now, the reason is your arm is actually glitching outside of the van on this side. We were testing earlier, so we've got some bullet holes here, but Glock, full metal jacket, so 9x19, point blank, half-inch armor, or whatever we've got here, and I've got no bullets. Let's try again, shall we?
I was just going to say you might want to reload that.
Fire. Confirm no damage?
I'm fine.
Right, I'm going to do... Confirm no damage?
Absolutely fine.
NATO, 5.56 by 45 with a long barrel, so relatively high velocity, and fire.
No damage. No damage.
Okay, good start to the test. You be a dear and stay there. I'm going to upgrade, Welshie.
Now I'm starting to get worried.
74, yeah, I'll just take a basic 74 here, guys. So relatively long barrel, high velocity. 45. Let's try. Here we go. Right, 45 ACP. That's what the bullet we wanted. Let's load up on them. And for the AK, probably won't say full metal jacket. It'll just be your standard, which I'm going to take as the 7N10. Fingers crossed that is not a special armor piercing. Right, you ready for 45 ACP?
Ethan.
Testing.
Yeah, ready when you are.
No damage?
No. Absolutely nothing. It looks like it's just ricocheting off the door.
Lovely. Exactly as we expected. Right, we've got 5.45 by, I forgot the length of this round, 41 I think, I can't remember. High velocity, low caliber weapon. As far as I can see, this is full metal jacket. 3, 2, 1.
Nothing. They are ricocheting, I can hear them ricochet.
Let's upgrade, boys. AK-47, heavier bullet, probably carrying more energy in it. Probably more punching power to get through. AK-47, I'm going to find it. Okay, AKM is the closest I can get to a 4.7. Oh god, they're so confusing. 5N-231. I'm going to assume that there is the basic AKM round. Coming your way with 7.62 times 39.
I see my impending doom.
Well, I don't think the AK has got a huge amount of penetrating power, but I usually am wrong. So, AK 7.62 by 39, Soviet. Ooh.
Nope.
Oh, we got through. We got through. Right. So, there's obviously a randomizer in there. You can get through. Let's see respawn, if you would, and let's see how many bullets it takes to get through next. Right, third test, 7.62, 39 with the armored door. And cap is firing. Nothing.
All good.
Second round.
Still good.
Third round.
Still good.
4.
Okay.
5.
Still alright.
What the hell?
I'm still here. Just keep firing until you see me collapse.
Did we have a freak shot? Or maybe it actually, if I fire over one of the old bullet holes.
I think that might be what happened. There we go.
I think it's when I fire directly through one of my old bullet holes. Either that or it's a randomizer in there. Really weird.
No, I think it's if you fire through an old bullet hole that it will do that.
Yeah, but that said, the other, even I did that with the other ones and that still didn't work. So this has got a bit more punching power than the 5.56 and the 5.45 then, because I can get through after firing through my own bullet hole. Okay, right, so we're going to upgrade again.
I don't like dying, the cap.
Yes, you've got to get used to it if you're coming tonight. Right, we've got just a basic full metal jacket, 7.62, Urban M14, big, fast, powerful round. Lots of recoil. NATO, 7.62 by 51 full metal jacket. Are you ready? This will probably go through if it's half inch. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Or quarter inch or whatever it is. 3, 2, 1. Oh! The amount of power and pushing and penetrating power, even with the same design of ammo, is just... You just can't stop that kind of kinetic energy.
Okay,
right.
So if that's gone through, should we try and up it slightly now to see what exactly that can penetrate?
Roger, can you give something with slightly thicker armour? 7.62 times 51 NATO on NRAP. Almost certainly not going to work. 3, 2, 1.
Nope.
No penetration. Should we go through the face? Should we go for the glass?
Try it.
Wow, what a man stopper.
I mean, I'm looking at the door now, Cap, and it is easily about an inch thick.
Yeah, right. Well, BNP. Now, we don't need to test the BNP on the Humvee because, you know, from basic physics, it's carrying many times more energy than the 308. This is not a typical BNP firing weapon, but it is the BNP round, we believe. 12.7.
I'm scared.
I really don't know if it's going to penetrate or not. I mean, it's 3, 2, 1. He just blew up on my screen. I mean, this is a cannon, right? This is an anti-material cannon, basically. So, what about Jackal Door? That's an inch and a half of solid steel. Yeah, I wish you good luck. Well, she stand by because you're about to die. Well, I really don't know if you are. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Look at that! It's just a cannon. Right, we've got our man turn out. I'm going to punch through the side cheek of this. I have no idea what kind of armor that is. It could be anything. 20 mil, I guess, for a badger.
I don't even want to know what this
Right.
is. It looks thick.
Right, I'm going to go there so I can get as best straight on as I can. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's gone through the badger! How do you stop this gun? How do you stop this gun?
Okay, right. I got a funny feeling that the turret is actually slightly less.
It probably is. It might be half inch on the side.
Shoot at the driver.
I mean, it's an IFV, this is. It's not a tank. Right.
Let me get in. Let me get into the driver.
Right. I mean, I don't know what's in the way of me and you, so I might not even hit you. But 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, it went through a little bit.
Right, hang on. Let me get out.
This is so highly modelled. This thing. Warrior.
Okay, got it.
Now this isn't even an IFV. Is it? Is it a tank? No. What's between an IFV and a tank? Side of a warrior turret, and there's no way this is fucking going through. But 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's more like it.
Oh,
Really? Right, I think we're going to leave it there. Basically, this can go through anything. Until you get to a tank, nothing really gets much better armoured than one of those. Just shows you how obscenely powerful it is. So we've tested, we looked at the bullets, we've standardised it as best we can. We've started off, like I said, firing at body armour. The problem is, because this is highly modelled, it's not just the penetration that's modelled, it's the blunt force trauma. And it became very hard for us to distinguish what was blunt force trauma and what was actually penetration. So we moved on to shooting through doors, and we've shown you what it can penetrate. The only thing I would like to add is that you can use different rounds in armour. You can get armour piercing, you can get full mortar jacket, you can get hollow point, and they will have the effects simulated. But like I said, we're not looking at those. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you later. Well done, boys.